Once upon a time, in the village of Umudim, Umudim was alive with music. The air smelled of roasted meat, the fresh palm wine, and burning firewood. Drums pounded, feet stomped, and voices rose in celebration. Tonight was Adanna's wedding night. She stood in the center of it all, the jewel of the festival. Her body was adorned with coral beads, her waist wrapped in a fine white cloth, her hair decorated with cowries. She was beautiful, but her heart was heavy. She carried a secret, one that could destroy her and her family. Obinna, her husband-to-be, was everything a woman could want. He was rich, handsome, and well-respected. He had given her family bags of yam, kegs of palm oil, and the biggest bride price the village had seen in years. Her mother had danced with joy. Her father had smiled with pride. But Adanna's hands were cold, and her feet felt like they would give way beneath her, because the child in her womb was not Obinna's. She had tried to forget about Chike, the man she truly loved, the poor hunter who had nothing but his bow, his dreams, and a promise of love. Her heart still belonged to him, but her family had refused to let her marry a man with empty hands. Love does not feed a family, her mother had warned. So she had agreed to this marriage. But love does not die so easily, and neither does the truth. The wedding feast lasted deep into the night, but in the shadows, whispers grew. Among the crowd sat an old woman, Nne Mbeke, the village seer. She was feared and respected. Her words always carried weight. As she watched Adanna, her old lips tightened. Something was not right. The girl's heart is not here, she murmured. She hides something. But no one paid attention. They were too busy drinking and celebrating. Later that night, in Obinna's house, Adanna felt trapped. The moment she had feared had come. Her husband reached for her, but guilt burned through her skin. I will be a good wife, she told herself. I will forget Chike. But could she? Days turned into weeks, and soon Adanna's belly began to swell. At first, Obinna was overjoyed. My wife will give me a son, he boasted. But soon, people started to notice. The child was growing too fast. The village women whispered. She must have taken seed before the wedding, they said. But how? Obinna's mother, Mama Ugo, was the first to voice her suspicions. She had seen many pregnancies in her lifetime. This child does not belong to my son, she whispered to the elders. Obinna dismissed it at first. He loved his wife. He trusted her, but doubt had been planted. One evening, as the sun set in a red haze over the village, Chike returned. He had left the village heartbroken and angry, but now he was back with something to say. He stood at the entrance of Obinna's compound, his voice strong. I have come for my child, he declared. The villagers gasped. People poured out of their huts. Obinna stepped forward, fists clenched. What nonsense are you saying? Chike looked Adanna in the eye. Tell them the truth. Obinna turned to his wife. Adanna, told him he is lying. Her lips trembled. The moment had come. The truth could no longer be buried. With tears in her eyes, she fell to her knees. "Forgive me, my husband," she whispered. Chike speaks the truth. A roar of anger filled the night. Obinna felt like a knife had been driven into his chest. His wife, his pride, his future had all been built on lie. By morning, the council of elders had gathered in the village square. The whole village had come to witness Adanna's fate. Obinna stood tall, his face unreadable. Chike stood too, amazed but afraid. Adanna knelt before them, her head bowed. Nnembeke stepped forward. "A child is never to blame for the sins of its parents," she said. "But a marriage built on deception will never stand." The elders debated. Could Adanna stay with Obinna? Could Chike claim his child? What was the just punishment? Finally, the decision was made. Adanna would return to her father's house in disgrace. Chike would be responsible for his child, and Obinna would find another wife. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you do, please like the video, comment and share to your family and friends. I'm going to point out the lessons of this story, and if you learned any lesson too, please do say it in the comment section. Also, do not forget to subscribe for more thrilling stories.